Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, how on a day? How on a day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you listen to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media. Fellow Biafrans, listeners all across the world, as I embark on my journey, I want us to listen to the analysis that I will give to the speech made by our Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. Someone has told me that please they need my own, few percentage of looking into it. Like that is for me to just analyze the video. They want to hear my own perspective, my own 2 cents. I think that was what they were trying to say. Say sometimes, can you put a 2 cents in this analysis? But they said a percentage of your analysis. Probably 2 cents is a phrase. So please, this analysis or these words from Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE in her speech, they are key. They are key. I understand we've heard about templates, people having templates. Yes. As a leader, you must be able to lead. As a leader, you must be able to lead. And the way you can lead is to improve upon a template given to you or laid down already. That's why you're a leader. You must come with your own way of dealing or leading. So please don't make the mistake. People who are assuming that, oh, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE is not using the template of Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa, in his mind, understand the template he's using. From his template in his mind, he came with a structure. From the template, he came with a cabinet where everyone, vied for a position. So don't assume that there is a blueprint somewhere that somebody will use to run a government. No. When you're in a government, you use the constitution to run that government. You are being guided by the constitution. So be careful when I know we use the word template, but let us be careful how we apply the word template. I'll be careful here because I don't want to rub shoulders with my very good people. So I will not go deeper in that word template. Don't get me wrong. When you are building a car, you may have a template. It means when you build 10,000 cars, they must look alike because there is a template used to build them. But in a government, you have your what they call a leadership style. Leadership style. It is different, similar, but unique. Different, similar, but unique. At the end, the objective will be met. At the end, the goal must be met. The goal is to what? Is to get Biafra and implement Biafra. Or redeclare Biafra, implement Biafra. When Simon Ekpa was here, he followed his own template and everything was going well. Now they held him thinking that was the end of Biafra. That was why they held Simon Ekpa. They assume he was the only one with the template. So holding him mean Biafra is dead. But unknown to them that he made Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE the surrogate. So when she stepped in, understanding the assignment, the goal and objectives. The goal is to what? 2 things. Redeclare Biafra, implement Biafra. The objective is how do you get or how do you go about towards achieving the goal? In Nigeria, people don't understand this stuff in that zoo. in the zoo, even up to university level, they'll say, what are the goals and objectives of this company? What are the goals and objectives of this school of thoughts? No. A goal is to win a game. The objective is how you go about winning the game. You see, people don't understand this. For the benefit of doubt, I will break it down to a layman's view before I analyze the video of the ORABUEZE. Now, for example, if I'm in Biafra land and my goal is to spend Christmas in USA, I am in Biafra land, but my goal is to spend Christmas with my family or whatever in USA. That's the goal, to spend Christmas in USA. Now, what I will have to do now are the various objectives to help me reach my goal. Let me teach you guys how to reason, because Nigeria has destroyed you guys. You guys don't know how to reason again. You guys don't know how to reason again. The goal is to spend Christmas with my family in USA, God's own country. Now, the objectives are the things I will have to do to get me to the goal. I repeat for the last time. The objectives are the things I have to do. Short term, medium term, long term. Milestones that I have to do, achieve in order to get to the goal. So to the layman's, those who no go to school and say, knowledge good, wisdom, local knowledge is good. I agree. But let me break this down for you guys so you will understand the difference between a template and somebody now in a government and how they have to go about achieving the goal. So now, if my plan is to get to America for Christmas, that's the goal. Be in America, celebrate Christmas in America with your family. Now, my objective will be, the first thing I will need is a Biafran passport. So one of the objectives will be to go to the Biafran embassy, apply for a Biafran passport, and have one. I've ticked that objective, I've done it, but I understand, say, the ultimate aim is to be in America for Christmas. But one of the objectives now is what? Get your passport. The other objective is to make sure you have the funding in your bank account. So you will go again, all the savings you have in different places, you begin to pack them, they put for one bank account, make it sure, say, you get enough money. I've gone to the different bank accounts that I have, packed all the money, put in one deposit account. It's now showing I've met the threshold. If USA is saying, okay, to visit America, you must have $25,000 in your account, for example, it means I will have to gather all my money, put in this bank account to show a threshold of 25,000. Or I may go and get different bank statements from the different bank I have and show a threshold of 25,000. Objective number 2, done and dusted. Objective number 3, I may need an invitation letter. So I will now write to my relatives in America, my family, say, hey, please, are they prepared to come see now for Christmas? So I beg, I go need invitation letter. Objective number 3 is to get the invitation letter. Once they send me an invitation letter, I have met the objective number 3. Towards the goal is what? Being in America during December, Christmas. Objective number 4 will now be me looking at applying for a visa or something like that. For those who don't get an American passport, you have to apply for visa. And in that visa, you will now put all the different milestones that you have achieved. You show your bank statement. You come with your passport. You put inside there as well the invitation letter you got from your family in America. When you apply for the visa, that's another objective, to make sure they give you a visa. If your visa application becomes successful, you will now be granted a visa. Objective number 4 is now done and dusted. Towards what? Being in America in December. Objective number 5 will now be me looking at booking a flight to America for Christmas. I will check the different airline back and forth. See the one when they're cheaper or see the one when they're faster. Some might have one stop. Some might be a direct flight. Some might have 2 stops. Some might have a sleepover. The cheaper the flight, the longer the hours. I will now look at everything and say, okay, which one do I prefer in my scale of preference? Let me not go deeper. I will now book the flight to make it very simple. Once I book the flight, that objective has been met. The next objective will now be, okay, I don't book the flight. I know the date now. I will now go to my employer. I will go to my company. I will go to my contractors. I will tell them, please, I'm going to be off for these 2 weeks from December 12th to December 31st, for example. Or you apply for your holiday, what they call the annual leave. The objective of that one is to make sure, say, your boss now gives you the approval for your annual leave. You don't achieve that one. So from all the different objectives you have met or carried out, it was all aimed towards meeting the goal. The goal is to be in America. December, spend time with my family during Christmas. So when they say goals and objectives, in Nigeria, they don't understand. They think it's the same thing. They think it is interchangeable. No. These are different stuff. In the Western world, this is the way we look at things. So when you say Simon Ekpa has a template, I agree. But the template is designed, fashioned, unique to Simon Ekpa. But we know the goals and objective that Simon Ekpa is driving towards, which is to redeclare Biafra and implement Biafra in Biafra land. In the ultimate analysis, the template the plans, the goal of Simon Ekpa is to redeclare Biafra and implement Biafra in Biafra land. So now, in the absence of Simon Ekpa, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE is now the one at the helm of affairs. So we'll be making a mistake if we assume that she will not use her own intuitive mind, her own cognizance, her own intelligence to carry out the objective towards meeting the goal. So yes, there's a template, but the template is designed in the mind of Simon Ekpa. And we saw it manifest before our eyes, which is great. But right now, to call a spade, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE will now have to look inwards, appraise herself, look at her strengths, her weakness, opportunities, and threats in a SWOT analysis. From there, she will now understand, say, okay, this goal, how can I effectively achieve that goal? You see, once she now understands this, she will now go according to her own way of doing things, of leadership, her leadership style, her capability, ability to do what she has to do to meet the goal. Through that way now, through her own way of doing things, is what people might not call that a template. Oh, she has her own template. Oh, Simon Ekpa, when he's here, he smiles with us. He dances, he sing. He does all that to gather everybody together. But now we're in a government. In a government, I don't expect my deputy prime minister to be smiling, singing, or dancing. No, that's her own style. Her own style is to be firm and look focused towards the goal. So I took all my time to explain goals and objectives so that you will understand when we are talking, template or no template, the goal is to redeclare Biafra and the final goal is to implement Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, I hope now you understand. So as far as Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE on the 29th of November 2024 was able to redeclare Biafra at a time when some idiots, some so-called men, they were saying we shouldn't redeclare. Let us all go to Finland and have a good time. Let us all go to Finland and have a jamboree or mogo, go drink, go chop rice, take picture, photo, but do not redeclare Biafra. They wanted to destroy one of the goals, which was redeclaring and implementing. But she said no. We must redeclare Biafra. So she has helped Simon Ekpa to achieve one of the goals, which is the redeclaration of Simon Ekpa. I mean of Biafra. I said Simon Ekpa. The redeclaration of Biafra. One of the goals. Now, we also how she went about it. A so-called template, or, the program said on the 2nd of December, now we'll go redeclare. But she knew Nigeria for what Nigeria is. Nigeria is a criminal enterprise. Nigeria was in bed with Finland. For the fact that Finland held Simon Ekpa 2 weeks before the event, before the convention, it means Finland might still be watching us with one eye. So in order to outsmart Nigeria and Finland, she was able to redeclare Biafra on the very first day of the convention, day one. Some idiots are angry. They say, no, now the template say 2nd of December, 2nd of December. No, the goal says redeclaring Biafra and implementing Biafra. It's all about the goal. I don't care about the objectives. Now you understand why I took my time to break down objectives towards the goal. Fellow Biafrans, when people like us, they speak, you guys might not understand. Someone like me, it's a blessing that I'm amongst you guys, bringing out the time I don't have to share with my people. People like us, we support anonymously. Behind the scene, you won't even see me speak. I won't come out in the public. I will not discuss with anybody. All I can do is support you anonymously and I leave. But I said no, for the first time, let me show a little of what I can do to my people, and not from afar. Let me, put 1 and 2 together to educate the mind, body, and soul, the mentality, change them, the mindset of the Biafrans. I don't care about those that believe in Nigeria. Let the dead bury the dead. I don't care about them. But my people, we need to remove that virus of Nigeria in our head. That because you assume template is the problem, then you are saying she's not doing what she's supposed to do. No, what is the goal? To redeclare Biafra and implement Biafra. You can follow any template you want. Follow any template you want. All I need is for you to meet that goal. In an office, you have 10 different staff. Sometimes I manage 10, 15 different staff. When I manage them, when I give them a task, I don't expect them to carry it out the same way. They will come with their unique idea. That's why you have diversity in the workplace. Diversity in the workplace, because people carry things out. They get a task done in a different way, or in a unique way, in a customary way, a way they are used to. All I have to do is to improve, help them improve upon the way they carry it out. So please, I'm being careful here because I didn't want to, rub fair feathers with those I respect, those I love so much, those I see as my brother, those I see as my sisters. I'm being careful here. I won't call names because I love those people so much that made that mistake. A template is a template. The main thing is, can your template, make sure it delivers on the main goal? That's a template. Template is just, it is secondary. It is how. How do you go about doing it? That's the template. Nnamdi Kanu was unique. He had his own way of doing things. Simon Ekpa is unique. He has his own way of doing things. So now that he's not around, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE is now the one in leadership, and she's doing it her way. We must allow her to do it her own way. Every leader have a style. What you want to call template though. Every leader have a style. They have their own leadership style. The way they go about their own thing. And I will not expect two leaders to operate the same way, to be similar in their approach. I will not expect that. At this point, I want us to listen to this audio I heard about Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE when she spoke. It is vital. And I hope you guys will take this and then understand where she's going. This is a lady that we must support. We must protect her by any means. She is doing a good job. I repeat, she is doing a good job. Also, don't forget, when Simon Ekpa was here with us, Simon Ekpa saw her and made her his chief of staff, or the chief of staff of the government under Briggy. And when they held Simon Ekpa, he said, and I quote, that Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE is now his surrogate. It means the one to continue, carry things out, implement on behalf of Simon Ekpa and the people of Biafra. Not only that, when Simon Ekpa was held in Finland, he said Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE should protect the mandate, protect the mandate, protect the mandate, protect the mandate. It means, it shows the level of trust, belief that Simon Ekpa still has. Oh my God. Hey, I'm going somewhere. I don't want to go spiritual today. I'm in the spirit, but I'll calm down. Let me come back to the flesh. I'm not ready for any spiritual talk to you today. Let me calm down, come back to the flesh. But you guys don't know the meaning. When someone says, protect the mandate, be my surrogate, you guys don't understand what that means. You guys don't understand the meaning of that. Out of everybody that was there, Simon Ekpa chose same person to be the one, to be the chief of staff, surrogate, protect the mandate. It means everything that Simon Ekpa holds dearly to, but not being able to perform, he passed it on to this woman called Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. Oh my God, have mercy. At this point, let us listen to our audio. Very important. I believe, she was in the spiritual realm when she made the statement. Get ready. Listen to it. It will blow your mind. Listen.
Let me quickly come to the men on ground issue. And again, I saw some social media voices and stuff like that. Again, everyone should know that my job as the Chief Security Officer of the United States of Biafra government and the whole Biafra land, the 40 states, is to protect everyone. Safety and security is my number one priority. That cannot be compromised.
Hold it there. Her job. In fact, let me allow it to play, then I'll come back and analyze it, because some people, they are not, they don't have the stamina to listen to things that way. Let's take it again. I'll allow you to play, then I'll come back and break it down. Listen.
Let me quickly come to the men on ground issue. And again, I saw some social media voices and stuff like that. Again, everyone should know that my job as the Chief Security Officer of the United States of Biafra government and the whole Biafra land, the 40 state, is to protect everyone. Safety and security is my number one priority. That cannot be compromised. We have 40 states in the United States of Biafra, created by our Prime Minister. We have a decentralized military because we are running a Confederate state. If those of you that have read our constitution, we are running a confederacy whereby each state is independent. Each state is independent of the other. But at the federal level, we have some connections. That is the structure of the United States of Biafra. I truly appreciate all the men and women that have been in Biafra land, in the military, in the defense, protecting our land. We must move with the pace of what we have at hand. We must move with the realities on ground and the realities of the status of the new nation. We want a country where people we give positions of high authority will be men and women of integrity. Men and women that will not come out openly and deceive Biafrans by lying to them. These are the crop of individuals we need at this time to finally protect and restore our land. That is what is going to make our nation, as we always wanted, one of the best in the world. We cannot build a nation where the same thing that happens in Nigeria will be obtainable in Biafra land. No, we don't want that. We want a nation where if you have a commander general cannot come out and openly lie to Biafrans that, oh, I just spoke with the BPM. And 1 hour after I spoke with the COS, the Nigerian military started bombing my command from top, from bottom, and all that. This is a lie. A commander general in the position of Butuzo cannot, should not propagate that kind of lie and send it out to Biafran people. That means he's deceiving them, and that is not acceptable in our nation. Even if the paid agents of the Nigerian state are on social media using such lies and spreading it, just to make sure that their plans with Ohanese, with the delegitimized governors, they disturb me or they disturb the cabinet. Somebody, we gave the commander general, and that was Butuzo's position, as of December 6, 2024, when the United States of Biafra cabinet was instituted. Those 23 names, if you look on the second name, Commander Butuzo's name is there as the Commander General in Biafra land with Honorable Solomon Nkwocha. Those two names are on that line. And that happens in line with where we are post-declaration. Then, along the line, it became obvious that this action of the Nigerian state to use Biafrans against Biafrans is still playing out somehow, somewhere.
Listen.
It is my responsibility to discover where it is, and I did.
Listen.
I believe the cabinet is fully aware too. We cannot run a government where a commander general of the United States of Biafra land refuses to sit in meetings with the cabinet members. We cannot run a nation successfully where the commander general have scheduled 3 meetings, refuses to be in the privately. Oh, they want to show my face. Oh, you want Biafra to see my face. When Simon Ekpa was there, nobody said Simon Ekpa. No, I'm not Simon Ekpa. I am not Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa is not Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not Simon Ekpa. Every leader have their own template. In addition to the template that was left for me by Obato Obie and Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. When the Prime Minister dissolved the ESN and collapsed it into BLA and BDF, nobody questioned that. The Prime Minister knew the reason why he did that. When Nnamdi Kanu comes out, he must contact Simon Ekpa and ask him, Nnam, what happened? Why did you do this? That would be the right thing to do. Then he will give him the template, the laydown, the history, the circumstances, all the things that happened when he was out that made him take that decision. That is leadership. Anything short of that, then that's a mistake. Not that it will affect Biafran people, because Biafran people already made up their mind on where to go, who to follow. So we have a new nation. The understanding is, apart from the paid agents of the Nigerian state, those that are held or hold in high authority must, when I say must, it's a capital MUST, work with the government, with the cabinet. There is no ease. All right,
hold it there for me, hold it there. Amazing speech. I took my time to allow it to play for you all to hear. Because sometimes they say when you don't allow something play, some people they are hard in hearing. They want to hear the gospel first before the preacher comes to preach about the gospel. I understand that. But people like me, I am, multitasking. I can break one line down, explain them, go to the next line, explain them, go to the next one, explain them. At the end, the brain, they create like a series of information interlocked together, so that way the pattern will not stay in your mind, at least for the next 10 years. But some other people, they prefer to hear a whole video, then you come back to, to break it down. Okay, so at this point, let us listen to the key points. I will just go to the key points of what Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE said, probably in the first 3, 4, 5 lines. Listen now.
Let me quickly come to the men on ground issue. And again, I saw some social media voices and stuff like that. Again, everyone should know that my job as the Chief Security Officer of the United States of Biafra government and the whole Biafra land, the 40 states, is to protect everyone. Safety and security is my #1 priority. That cannot be compromised.
Her #1 job is making sure that Biafrans are safe in the land of Biafra. Safety of life and property. I agree with that 100%. So in her implementing or carrying out that task, nobody can tell her how to go about doing her job. Because if you want to tell her to how to do her job, then perhaps you should be the one to come and become the deputy prime minister. But for the fact that mantle of leadership falls upon her, we must allow her to carry that task. It's her job. That's her job. So please, let us allow her to do her job. I'm tired of seeing people doing what they are doing, coming here, telling her to do this, do that. She does something her own way. You are angry. Hey, this way, no be Samanek way, and that girl they call Adadiolamma. Everything this lady does, she will come and castigate her. Why? She does not want Dr. ORABUEZE to lead. Because a leader must have their own style of leadership. If you are telling a leader what to do, then that person is not a leader. You are the leader. If a follower, every day you are castigating the leader, telling them what to do, then it means you, the follower, wants to become the leader, and you want the leader to follow you, to be a follower of you. No matter thing you do is, you can advise, you can make speeches on how perhaps to improve upon the job that they are doing. That's different. But if you're trying to control them, it means you want to lead the leader and you want the leader to follow you. It's not done. Let's continue. Listen.
We have 40 states in the United States of Biafra.
That's right.
Created by our Prime Minister. We have a decentralized military because we are running a Confederate state. If those of you that have read our constitution, we are running a confederacy whereby each state is independent. Each state is independent of the other. But at the federal level, we have some connections.
There you have it. This is why those who are screaming, men on ground, I understand during the time of Brigi, Biafra Republic government in exile, yes, it was centralized where it was just those men on ground giving out the water. But the moment you redeclare a nation, the moment Biafra was redeclared, a new template, as you want to call it template, a new constitution, a new structure is born. And we must now follow this new structure. According to the new structure, Biafra is running a confederate system, a confederation. It means every state being together but independent. Every state being together, united together, but they are independent. What an amazing concept. That means, even according to Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, the day one particular state, Igodomigodo, for example, say, okay, we have found some resources in Igodomigodo, and we believe if we effectively use these resources, we should be able to govern ourselves, provide for ourselves, and run our own government. Because of that, we want to break away from USB, United States of Biafra. All they have to do is tender the legal document, make it official, and the government in the center, all the other states, we shall come together to dance, have a jamboree, and send them off in a nice way. There will be no bloodshed. There will be no sending of the military to buy them. No. The moment you say we want to live, or we can now govern ourselves, that's as easy as that. We can govern ourselves independently now. We want to leave USB government. The other states will come together and dance, jubilate, celebrate for them, tell them congratulations, jubilation, and give them the free hand, the blessing to go. That's one of the benefits, the pros of a confederate system, a confederate state, a confederation. Unlike Nigeria, where Biafra said they wanted to leave because the pain was too much. They even went to Aburi to discuss. But at the end, Gowon chose, through the influence of Britain, they came to buy over 7 million of us. At the end, he came with 419, the first man to give a 419, to do 419. He said, no victor, no vanquish. It means no victory and no loser. Nobody won, nobody lost. It was a draw going forward. He came with a 3R. Reconstruction, rehabilitation, and the other stupid R that he came with. And the whole world, they were clapping hands. Say, yes, the black men, for the first time, the black man has proven they are not monkeys. They could solve that, He came with the 419. The first man to carry out 419 in Nigeria is Yakubu Gowon, because he didn't keep his words. Advanced promise, advanced faith fraud, not the same thing. Unlike in Nigerian case, where they came to kill us because we said we wanted to leave. Now, Biafra being Biafra, for the fact that we are now a nation, we must, MUST capital, practice a confederate system. If not, we shall be making the same mistake of Nigeria. We shall be repeating what Nigeria did to us. That's why we are saying we shall run a confederation where every state, they are united but independent. Oh my God. School good though. Education is key. And in a confederate system, in a confederate state, Oyibo, it means your men on ground, your military, they must be decentralized. Not coming together in the center. No. They must be decentralized. It means every state, you have your own men, you have your own military, you have your own armed forces. Do you know why? It means the moment one state say we want to become independent, it should not become alien to them to be able to run their country, their newly found country, effectively and independently. Because they already have the structure on ground. Any thinking country should be thinking this way. If you have your armed forces, your police, your everything according to you, then technically you are already independent. Because you can protect your own sovereignty, your land, your property, your boundaries. So the best kind of state in the world is a confederate state. And for the fact that Nigeria paid 7 million Biafrans, we asked to leave, but they paid us. Because of that, in our own nation, it is a must that we practice a confederate system. I hope now you understand why we are saying this. I hope now you are seeing the logic behind a confederate state and a decentralized army. Because if you have a centralized army, it only takes one army general to go rogue. It means the Western world can just influence one army general. Yeah, Biafra is doing great, but they want to control Biafra. They want to curtail Biafra. They want to stop us in our tract. All they have to do is to cajole just one rogue military general. Say, okay, carry out a coup and run the country. If we are not decentralized, or if we were centralized, then one man can become a military general, carries out a coup, and before you know it, he would change all the whole structures. So we are thinking ahead of time. That's why we are saying going forward, we are now a a confederation with a decentralized military or armed forces. It means any military man when do something, now for your own state in Duam. You see, he cannot do that and say he's controlling the whole of Biafra. That way, there is an invisible hand controlling the affairs of Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, lend me your ears. My fellow Biafrans, lend me your ears. Let's continue. Listen.
That is the structure of the United States of Biafra. I truly appreciate all the men and women that have been in Biafra land, in the military, in the defense, protecting our land. We must move with the pace of what we have at hand.
Okay.
We must move with the realities on ground and the realities of the status of the new nation. We want a country where people we give positions of high authority will be men and women of integrity. Men and women that will not come out openly and deceive Biafrans by lying to them. These are the crop of individuals we need at this time.
Hold it there. In a new nation like Biafra, a nascent country, all we need are men and women of integrity to rule and lead us. That would now make the economy, the country as a whole, to perform at a much faster pace. Hence, I came with that idea, say, for the first 5 years, once Biafra is implemented, because we are in the process of implementing it in Biafra land, once Biafra is implemented, for the first 5 years, or for the first 8, if they are doing 4 years, whatever, for the first 8 years, those in authority, those in power, those in government must be those who will come to render a selfless service, a voluntary service. Nobody will be paid. Nobody will be paid a penny. So if you think you want to serve the nation, then come forward. But you won't be paid. It will be the ultimate, the greatest sacrifice. So that's why I'm saying we need the educated ones, the technocrats, those that have the answers, those that know the answers. Those are the ones we need to at least the first 8 years. You are coming there to apply the wisdom, knowledge you have in a particular field, in a particular department, in a particular sector to uplift Biafra. Someone like me, for example, if I'm one of those that have a position, I will not be coming there to be getting paid. I'm already self-made. Money is not my problem. So why will I come and be jostling for position to get paid? That's something I don't understand. In a struggle, people are talking about money, and I'm wondering what's going on. We're in a struggle and people are fighting for money. Free money, monthly money, allowance, alawi, to be paid, to help, to, oh my God, it's a shame. It's a shame. The first 8 years, anybody when they step forward, for example, somebody like Moses was not paid by God to free his people. And they were in the wilderness for 40 years. Hence I'm saying, once this new nation has been implemented, we don't need for ground in giddy bam. And that's when we are saying, okay, that 100 men Nnamdi asked about, we shall come with a twist. We'll say, yes, we need 100 men to lead this country. The very best amongst us to lead this country and make Biafra one of the best nations in the world. Not those who are coming to make money. Not those who are coming to become special. They think they have arrived. Like in YouTube now, in the media, you see those because they are speaking about Biafra. Now they assume they are bigger than the government. They want to control the government. They want to command the government. One came and say, we are now on autopilot. A media man, because people come to watch you, listen to your videos, you are getting more subscribers, you are having more views, you make more money online, and you now assume you are now bigger than the government that you are speaking about. Because when you speak about Biafra, right now you are speaking about the government of Biafra. But someone came out and said, no, we are now on autopilot. A woman came out and said, our deputy prime minister is a terrorist. And you all kept quiet. They think they are now bigger than the government because they have a social media platform. So I'm here to re-echo the words of our deputy prime minister. We only need those, the best amongst us. And I hope those best, when they come in, money should not be your problem. You should not be hungry, because hungry men cannot fight for freedom. So when you come in, you are giving a selfless service. Pro bono, free of charge. Pro bono, free of charge. That's what we are saying. Last time I heard, Nnamdi said, our men, they are a voluntary force. All we have to get to them is what? Guns and bullets, the granates, and the walking stick. But now some of them are, asking for money to build houses. Hey, my people, I can go on and on. I can go on and on. I can go on and on.
We cannot run a nation successfully where the Commander General have scheduled 3 meetings, refuses to be in the privately. Oh, they want to show my face. Oh, you want Biafra to see my face. When Simon Ekpa was here, nobody said Simon Ekpa. No, I'm not Simon Ekpa. I am not Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa is not Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not Simon Ekpa. Every leader have their own template. In addition to the template that was left for me by Obatobi and Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu.
Hold it there. Every leader, this now takes us back to the beginning of my analysis. Every leader have their own templates, along with the template left for them by the previous leaders. That's all I'm saying. So don't expect a leader. The word leader means someone who leads, a people, a group, an organization, the first among the equal, the one that has the blueprint, the one that has the template. So every leader has a template. That's why you are a leader. That's why you have followers. Jesus had a template. John the Baptist had a template. But when John the Baptist baptized Jesus, you guys didn't expect him to say, okay, Jesus, I don't baptize you. Oh, yeah. So this is my template now to carry on from this place. In the scripture, it says, oh, one will baptize you with water, then the other one will baptize you with fire. So my template now, do this so. Even though he tried it, he attempted to control Jesus with the template that he has. You won't see it in your Bible, though. John the Baptist, after the baptism of Jesus, Jesus came there with his entourage, with his men. He came there with his disciples. And John the Baptist saw him, say, okay, Guy, how far now? I've been seeing you around. I've been hearing about you for a while. And today you have come for your baptism. You see, when I say a general respects another general, you guys will not understand. So John the Baptist now baptized Jesus. But that same night, they abode together. It means they can't stay together at night. And that night, it now dawned on John the Baptist, say, my job don't finish you. My goal has been accomplished. You see, goal? An objective. My goal has been accomplished. The moment he baptized Jesus, that was the end of the gospel of John the Baptist. His goal, his mission was accomplished. But he was troubled. Because during that time now, when they say that they have a multitude followed him, like on YouTube now, social media, you have subscribers, you have followers on Twitter, Instagram, they like you. Adadiolamma, we love you. You don't make mistake. Adadiolamma, you don't tell lies. You know, the multitude, they were there. Those that still love John the Baptist. They were there saying, no, we want to follow you. We still believe in you. That night, John the Baptist was troubled, and he sent 2 of his own disciples. You guys might not know that even John the Baptist had his own disciples. Template. And he sent them in the night to Jesus to discuss with Jesus. Make them mankata. Say, please, are you actually the one coming to, take over? Because there is a template here we were supposed to follow. So if you never did already, tell me, but there's a template we need to follow here. Are you the one? Have your time come? How many years more do you have to? He sent 2 of his men to go and discuss with Jesus. And Jesus told them, it is said that the Son of Man will baptize with water. But later, the one that is next to come will baptize the people with fire. So tell him, I am him, the one sent by the Father. He saw the miracle that happened. The dove coming down from the sky. You go and tell him, my time has come. They went back to John the Baptist. Said, nah, the guy, he don't set. John the Baptist, being a good man, he now told his disciples, okay, thanks for the confirmation. Oh yeah, make all of una go follow Jesus. Template. Make una go follow Jesus. Some of them went. Some said, no, we shall remain with you. Some went to Jesus. Some said, no, we shall remain with you. But John the Baptist, being a good man, he wasn't looking at the crowd that loved him. Free food, ointment, anointing, all those things. No. He didn't look at all those stuff. He knew the assignment. He knew the goal. So he didn't come to force Jesus to follow his own template. Jesus had his own template. And the rest was history. He still went about talking, preaching. Don't get me wrong. He was still talking and doing the good talk. But before he knew it, the grace has moved from John the Baptist to Jesus. Herod now got him arrested. And to close the chapter of John the Baptist, you saw what happened. The daughter of Herod was dancing in a ceremony, and they said, okay, dance one more time. Now give me that best dancing style. She said, no. He said, please do it, my people. Daddy, you must promise me something. What do you want? Consider it done. Not knowing that the mother has heard about John the Baptist. So the devil entered her. Say, okay, I want the head of John the Baptist. That was how the chapter of John the Baptist closed officially. So sometimes we need to understand, if Jesus didn't know what he was doing and was following John the Baptist, hanging with him, chilling with him, following the template, hanging with him, not being able to lead, he was following John the Baptist, there would have been a problem. When they caught John the Baptist, they would have caught Jesus there as well. No, he had to lead and carry on with the objective. The goal is to bring people to God, make the whole world to repent, look towards heaven. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That's the goal. Not die in the second death. That's the goal. And Jesus went about doing good, spreading the word, the gospel, and the rest of them. So I say all that to say this. Under leadership, you must have your own template. If you don't have a template to lead, then you are not a leader. So respect to Dr. ORABUEZE for having a template and being bold to implement our own templates alongside the other templates from Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa. Their ultimate goal was what? Implementing Biafra and also redeclaring Biafra. We have done the first job. We have redeclared Biafra. That's why some people are saying, no, we have not redeclared Biafra. We have to do it again, because they want to destroy the goal, which is redeclaration and implementation. Fellow Biafrans, follow who know road. Yes, some people might not like the template of Dr. ORABUEZE. And just like some of the disciples of John the Baptist, some followed Jesus and some stayed behind. It's normal. It's normal. If you're in the government and you don't believe in the president or the deputy prime minister or the prime minister, and you are in the cabinet, the moral thing to do is to resign, step aside, step down, because you don't believe in the template, the vision of that leader. So respect to my brother, my beloved brother, Ugo 247, a man who loved Simon Ekpa so much, and he only believed in the template of Simon Ekpa. He came out, he told us before he was on Facebook doing his thing. When Simon Ekpa heard about Simon Ekpa, he came out and said, Simon Ekpa, I go follow you, go. Now you will I go follow. Because he believes in the template of Simon Ekpa. And when he assumed or presumed that Dr. ORABUEZE might not be following the complete template of Simon Ekpa, he then stepped down. I mean, that's a honorable man. But I told you, in government, there is no right or wrong answer, no right or wrong policy, no good or bad template. The main thing is, if your template is designed within you to lead, and the goal is to redeclare Biafra, and the goal is to implement Biafra, then that template, you know, we shall look into the template, but in the ultimate analysis, you must have your own style, your own leadership style, your leadership qualities. Yes, for Simon Ekpa, we love him so much. They sing, they dance for us. We love them. He crack jokes. He's similar to me. Me too. I love to crack jokes. I love to sing and dance. That's our template. That's our charisma. But I don't expect somebody else to do the same thing with me or like me. In fact, at a time like this, we should be angry. This is not a time to dance or jamboree. Our leader Nnamdi Kanu is held. Our leader Simon Ekpa is held. So I love the way Dr. ORABUEZE is going about things. It's not the time to marry or jamboree for anything. We are angry. We are angry. And because of that, as I close, I will play the snippet from our great mother, when she came out and declared that she was angry with Nigeria. She was angry. She was angry, she said. And she laid down all the reason why she's angry with that so-called Nigeria. Fellow Biafrans, I'll leave it here. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those who ain't get ear, make them hear. Watch this.
I am angry. I am angry at Nigeria. I'm angry at this government which seems to be letting us down. I am angry at us as a people. I am angry at my people in Dibo. Because yes. If they have refused you, why are you refusing yourself? Stop complaining and do it for yourself. We've always been able to do that. Everybody follows the line and gets done what needs to be done. Let me tell you about Ndibo. Ndibo are wonderful people. Let me tell you about Ndibo. Ndibo are resilient. Let me tell you about Ndibo. Ndibo are people with integrity, with conscience, with a feeling of humanity that they can reach out wherever they are and contribute something to that society and not care that they're not even from there. I am a proud Igbo woman. And if there's anything you know about me as I walk into a place, know that there's nothing you can do to me in this country to bow my head. I will not do it. I am my father's daughter. I am my mother's daughter. But at the same time, you talk about never again. But go ahead. We will not succumb. We will not bow. We are children of God. We are here for a purpose. God has put us on this good earth for that purpose. You cannot drive us to the sea. You cannot tell us to shut up and take the pain that you are inflicting on us, abuse us on top of it. Listen, if you don't want us, then let us go. Thank you.
Hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko, hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko. Kaige na nke bishop na 5 akola. Iye ne uwe mube ferab kola ko. Wambo na fona wa unliyo. Kaige na nke bishop na 5 akola. Hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko, hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko, hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko, hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko. Kaige na nke bishop na 5 akola. Iye ne uwe mube efe makola ko. Wambo na fona wa unliyo. Kaige na nke bishop na 5 akola. Hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko, hiyo koko, hiyo ko, hiyo koko.